Today, we're going to talk about the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. The growth mindset you may have heard of. It was brought to the forefront by Stanford psychologist Carol Dweck, and we've written about it in our books, Jailhouse Strong and Successful Mindset and Grounded in Gratitude. Okay, so let's talk a little about first we'll get into the growth mindset, what that is. So you are not born a winner, you are not born a loser, you are born a chooser, said the late Anthony Clark, powerlifting champion. I think that sort of summarizes what the growth mindset is, but we'll get a little deeper into it. So growth mindset, you kind of feel like challenges are going to help you grow. You don't look at challenges as something bad, it's something to help you, something to help you get better. You look at feedback as being constructive. Okay, then you look at effort as necessary. Okay, people are divided into two groups, learners and non-learners. They're not divided into smart and dumb. Okay, the growth mindset is a mindset of until. And what do I mean by that? If you run 25.9 miles, you still have 0.2 to go before you hit 26.1, which would be a marathon. So you go until you hit that 26.1 miles. That's what champions do. The growth mindset is a yet mindset. In my business, you might say, I have not earned $100,000. You don't say that. You'd say, in my business, I have not earned $100,000 yet. It's not, I haven't bench pressed 500. I haven't bench pressed 500 yet. By the yet, the until, what that does is program your subconscious mind to let you know that those possibilities are open and you can achieve them. Okay, the growth mindset believes in cause and effect. So, there's a cause, and that cause there's an effect, and that effect has a cause. Okay, it's not, things aren't just totally randomized like that. The growth mindset is a mindset of free will. You are the master of your own destiny, and you are, responsible for the outcome. Okay, now let's get into the fixed mindset. So what is the fixed mindset? So you either have a growth mindset or you have a fixed mindset. The fixed mindset is what we want to avoid, but let's talk about what it is anyways. And hardly anybody's gonna be 100% growth mindset or 100% fixed mindset. So if you're 80% growth and 20% fixed, let's get you to 95 and 5 and kind of progress you that way. But the fixed mindset is you basically look at things as either I can or I can't. There's not really any like upward or downward mobility there. It's just the way it is the way it is. And with the fixed mindset, you stick to what you know. So if you're a so-called expert on something, you're gonna stick to that. You're never gonna try to attack anything new or take that expertise even further. The fixed mindset does not like feedback. The fixed mindset sees feedback unless it's just lavishing praise as a personal influence. So if I say, hey, slow down that walkout in the squat, I'm personally insulting you. I'm trying to help you actually get better at the squat. The fixed mindset gives up, fixed mindset does not embrace challenges. The fixed mindset thinks working hard is what losers do because you're born a certain way, and if you have to put a bunch of effort to do something, that makes you a loser. Okay, the fixed mindset is you find yourself mastered by fate, like you're a product of fate. You have no say-so in what goes on. From like a religious standpoint, it'd almost be like some hyper-Calvinist that believes you're like a robot and have no control over anything. Or from a naturalistic standpoint would be somebody thinks, I'm just a product of a bunch of chemicals put together, and I have no say-so in what goes on, and just how these chemicals kind of mesh together. Okay, so that's kind of fixed mindset. You are what you are where you are, and let's just kind of see what happens as your attitude. So that's a fixed mindset. Okay, so how can we develop a growth mindset? Here's some tips I have for you to help develop a growth mindset. Number one, embrace belief. Believe in yourself, your capabilities, and believe you can and know you can get better. Right now, if in your business, if it's sucking hind tit and you're the po house, you know what? You are capable of bringing it to that next level and riding around a big old Cadillac and smoking $50 cigars if you want to, okay? Number two, embrace challenges, okay? Embrace intelligent challenges too. Right now, if you're deadlifting, 135 pounds, it probably doesn't make sense to challenge yourself to deadlift 1,000 pounds by the end of the year. But you know what? I bet your ass you get 200. Okay, number three, embrace hard work. Hard work is not a sign of weakness. You're not born a loser, or a winner. You're born a chooser. So work hard. You're a learner. Non-learners think of, hard work is for losers. Learners know it's part of the process, and they focus on the process, not just the product. Realize failure is learning. I think it was Tupac that said, he said something along the lines of, I either win or I learn. Thomas Edison took like 10,000 times to put up a light bulb. Every time you learn how not to do something, you learn how to do it. Hey, I tried this new squat program. It had me squatting, 4 times a week, and my squat went down 30 pounds. So now you know that high frequency squat program does not work for you. That's a victory. So now you can hone in the process of what's going to work best for you. Okay, learning from criticism. This is a huge one. A lot of times criticism is not in your best interest. Someone doesn't have your best interest, not trying to help you grow. They're being very mean-spirited. And you know what about that? That's fine. Even if someone's being mean-spirited and doesn't care about you at all, you can still learn from that. They still might have something, something interesting you can take away from it. So like, well, even though they're, bad things they're saying about you, use a projection of how they feel about themselves. Hell, they may have something to offer, so just use them for that and move on. Okay, next, be inspired by success. If your business sucks and you're earning $15,000 a year, but somebody else is earning $300,000 a year at the exact same business, doing it a similar way, be inspired by that success because that is now possible, okay? So if you're selling shoes for a living, if you get dumped in sub-Saharan Africa and no one's wearing shoes, you can look at it one of two ways. This sucks. I'm in sub-Saharan Africa, no one's wearing shoes. Or you can say, hell yes, no one's wearing shoes. I'm gonna sell them to everybody and become the richest son of a buck, this side of the Mississippi, okay? Next, have a white belt mentality. Okay, so you wanna keep continually learning. You are not a know-it-all. Next, cultivate a sense of purpose. When you have a purpose to what you're doing, when you have a why, the how is gonna come along. Next, you need to believe in heroes. That's huge. Have a strong belief in heroes. Know they kind of you can look at what they've done, have it inspire you, hold them in a high regard, and surpass them eventually. And finally, develop self-awareness. A lot of people do not have self-awareness, and they're gonna either view themselves as fixed, have an inferiority complex, superiority complex, whatever, have self-awareness. And all these tips right here are gonna help you develop the growth mindset and take your life, your lifting, whatever, to the next level.